Hi, I'm the Stitchonista, and this is the first episode of my podcast about a handmade wardrobe. You will find me as Stitchonista on Instagram and on Pinterest, and as Crazy Cybergirl on Ravelry. Have fun watching, and thank you for joining me today. So, why I wanted to start a podcast about a wardrobe, a handmade wardrobe. I got some questions from friends and from relatives, also from people I used to know through my knitting, how I decide which models or which patterns I want to sew, which fabrics I want to use for them. And mostly they told me that the difficulties for them is to decide whether the pattern match the fabric or it doesn't look like in the magazine or stuff like this. So I thought that I'm doing a really good job with my handmade wardrobe. So I wanted to share my experiences and also what I used to do and what I will do with fabric I buy. I see what I'm doing. So this is it. It's what it's about. And I will start with what I made. So, what I'm wearing today is a dress from the Burda uh, 2013. It's the February edition, and it's the dress 114. It's a jersey dress with a pleat in the front. Here, you see it? And with some gathering here too. It's sleeveless, like you can see. And I really like this dress, but there is a but. It has some really lots of fabric here, up here in the front. You can see it. So it's gathered here and tucked in the back, and it's a little bit heavy, so it always just comes down here. I just wear a top underneath it so it doesn't get too booby. Anyway, I love this dress, but I still have to do one thing. Here the material just turns out, so I will have to understitch it again so it won't come off like this. So this is a dress I made, I think, 2 years ago. I haven't been really wearing it much because I never thought about how to combine it, and it's always a little bit too um, cold for the weather we have here. So I always need a cardigan or something on top. And this morning I was really happy. I found a yellow cardigan which perfectly matched this dress, so I decided this will be the combination for ever. Anyway, so um, what you can see here in the back is a vintage dress I saw from a magazine I got on from a flea market in 2015. This magazine is original from 1954. It's a vintage magazine from called Der neue Schnitt from Schwabe. You will see it here. So it's called the neue Schnitt. And I found this and I was really upset because I had the pattern sheets, the magazine, but no instructions. So I looked it up anywhere and I found a blog from Clara. It's called A Robot Heart. And she emailed me, she scanned the instructions and she emailed me the instructions. So I was able to sew a dress from original vintage pattern from 1954. And it's here, it's this white dress here. Here. It has some box pleats in the front and also box pleats under the bust. It's about calf length and out of a really nice cotton. So I will just do this, show it to you in person. I will change to that now. I also sew a petticoat to this dress. I will show you that one first because then I can change everything. So I also sew a petticoat. You will see it here in the back. It is, in fact, not really a complete petticoat, just to stand up a little bit the volume. And it's made out of a material which is tulle-like, but it's not tulle. So I only put one tire of tulle, double layered, in the at the bottom, so it just stands up a little, because I didn't want to have a huge petticoat, but just a little bit of volume underneath the skirt. So I will show you today this dress right now, and then see you soon. Hi, I've changed, I'm back, and I will show you the dress right now. What I wanted to say up front, I did, in fact, just three changes. I changed the neckline because in the original dress, the neckline was like this. So I straightened it up. And also what I changed is the bust darts. In fact, it's not darts, there have been box pleats, but those box pleats were just completely closed and it looked like a little bit booby, as in the pleats have just stood up and were not lying flat, so I pulled them apart and they're now like a V here, and I love it how it looks. That's the second thing, and I changed the zipper. Instead of underneath the arm on the left side, I put it in the back. So I will stand up and show you the dress. As you can see, it's calf length. I love this length. It's just so gorgeous. I have here, you see the petticoat underneath. It's just a little bit more volume. It's not lying so flat, and it's not like this volume. So for me, perfectly, we are going to a wedding end of May. So this will be the perfect dress for the day. I am really, really, absolutely, completely, I cannot tell it in a different way, overwhelmed by how patterns from the 50s fit me. I'm just happy. It's perfect. So, less on a pattern than on this dress. I'm just happy. It's perfect. So I have done something with. In fact, I do that with all my dresses or my sewing pattern. I am doing a notebook. It's like a journal where I note everything, like the pattern from which magazine, which colors of thread I used, which needle I used, what changes I did. I write them all down. I have here also, I put a sample of the fabric in here so I can always see, and if there are some special washing instructions, I write them down so I never forget what I've done, and in case I have to repair something, change something, I can always look it up. I love this notebook. It's perfectly, because it also shows me what I have achieved, what techniques I've learned, what I can do better or not so good. So it's just a good thing for me. Maybe also for other people. Just try to have a look. So this was it for the dress. I have also sewn in the last month a pencil skirt. It's just a simple blue twill pencil skirt. I finished it yesterday and I'm really happy about this. It's just knee length. It has a walking pleat in the back and it's unlined and it's just a straight simple pencil skirt blue. And for me it is important that I have clothes I can combine. So even this blue pencil skirt is just matching every, in fact, almost every top or blouse I have in my closet. So that's what I look for when I sew something. And this is one of the basic pieces in my handmade wardrobe. So I will change to this one too and show it to you, and then probably I won't have to change anymore, but I will show you some fabrics and some fabric plans. So stay with me. Hi, so I'm back. I have the skirt on. I will show it to you and tell you what I will do with this. So this is my classic blue pencil skirt. See here, it's a little bit longer than my knee, mid of calves. It's a really classic pattern. It has darts in the front, darts in the back, and I had to adopt the pattern from a size 40 here in the hips to a size 36 here in the waist. I washed it and I ironed it, and it fits me better than freshly sewn. So this is one of the basic pieces where I can fit any kind of pattern or blouse, tops, sweatshirts, anything with this. So it's the perfect basic thing for a handmade wardrobe. I have taken this pattern out of the Burda 2013 issue March, and it's the model 117. I don't have the magazine as it is a friend of mine, so I just borrowed it. But I'm really happy how this this looks, and I will also think of sewing this skirt sometime soon again, because it's just a really good pattern for any kind of material which is a little bit with a little bit of stretch, and yeah, I love it. So that was the second made thing in April. That's in fact also all, because there's been here some busy time, but I have some things to tell you. We had today a little excursion to our fabric store, local fabric store. In fact, we just wanted to show a friend of ours which came to visit a friend how gorgeous our fabric store here is. And unfortunately, you know how it is. You go in a fabric store and you never come out empty pockets with empty, no, empty bags with empty pockets, yes, but not with empty bags. So I have here a little bit of fabric haul for you. I bought this really nice polyester blend fabric with some really small flowers on them in a dark blue with turquoise and some flowers. I bought that one for a classic sleeveless blouse. That's it. And if you can see, it also matches the skirt. I can wear it with the skirt. So this is my buy one for today. Then I got some really nice jersey. It's with blue dots. I always wanted a shirt with blue dots, and I really love it. So I bought 1.5 meters. I have enough for a long sleeve or shirt or dress. I don't know yet. So I don't know what it will be. I have another buy for today. It's also for a blouse. It's a viscose rayon blend, and it's in pink with turquoise and green. It's really, really nice color combination. And as my favorite color is turquoise and teal, this is just gorgeous. It has a great drape, and I will probably do a long sleeve sweater, long sleeve blouse out of it. I also have the really nice buttons with it in a greenish, just a greenish turquoise, so it's really nice. That's and I have another fabric I bought today. There's been in one new magazine I got a few days ago. There's a dress in here with made with like a print, and this dress will be mine. Definitely. I have bought this fabric especially for this dress. I don't know if I will sew it now in May, but I will probably sew it this summer. So this is it. This is the dress. And now let me show you the fabric. I have this gorgeous print fabric. It's got houses and bicycles and tulips in the bottom. So this will be my dress. And it gets lighter and lighter on the upper part of the fabric, so it will be just gorgeous. It's a really funny dress. It's a funny dress, and it's a fun summer dress. So this is my my buy for today. Then that's also some inspiration for me. It's always going to fabric stores and touching stuff and touching the fabrics and matching also structure and pattern with another, dots, flowers, lines, everything. Just get there and touch it, because then you can see what you like and what you don't like. For example, I love lace. I love lace in knitting. I love lace in clothing, and it's just gorgeous. So, and now I have for you to show you what I will definitely start sewing and what I will hopefully finish end of May. This is, let me just see. Okay, I bought last year in the summer sale some really, really, really nice silk. It's grayish white with a blue flowers, and also turquoise flowers in combination with purple here. But unfortunately, as it is usually with the cameras, they never get the purple right. But believe me, it's purple and it's great. It has a great drape, and I will sew a sleeveless blouse out of it. And let me just see if I can find it. It's from the Burda 2011 issue 9. It's the September issue, and it's this really nice blouse because it's so simple. It has some pleats up here in the shoulders. It has some pleats, but it's so simple and nice that it's perfect for the silk fabric. Then I also got a few weeks ago, there's been a local fabric fair for quilters, and there has been also a booth with buttons. And my friend, I call her the button eye friend, she she always finds buttons, perfect buttons. So I have here these metal buttons with some blue inner print, and these come, let me just see if the camera focuses. Anyway, these buttons come perfectly with this material. So I'm really happy and I will definitely finish this. And as well, you see, this blouse definitely goes with the skirt. So that's how I start mix and match, however, mix and match my fabrics and my patterns. Then I got another fabric for a blouse. This fabric is some viscose. Um, it's pink with some black dots in it. I bought. I didn't buy this. I bought it in I found it in my grandmother's stash, somewhere between some really not nice fabric, but it's great. And I have also found a pattern for it in the same magazine as that dress with the for the houses. And this magazine is called Fashion Style. It's the issue for 2016. And the blouse I will sew out of it is this yellow one. So take a look. Whoop, whoop, below. This yellow one here. Here. It's just gorgeous. It has a small bow on it and some darts in the front, so I really like this pattern. That's my plan number 2 for May. Then I have another one. I have I got last year for my birthday seersucker. It's a non-iron cotton stretch in orange, pink, and turquoise. And I have got for this material, I got here a dress. It's from the Burda 2012. I'm just throwing all around me. It's from the Burda 2012. It's a vintage pattern, and I really love it. It has some piping in it. You can see it here. It has some piping in it. It's a summer dress, which I will need for our holiday trip to southern France in June. So this will be definitely a plan for May this year. I will use as a piping. I will use the some turquoise satin band, which will just come really, really nice with this material, this fabric. Yeah, that's the plan number 3 for May. And then I have one thing left, and that's just a little piece of jersey, and it's not really gray, it's not really blue, but it's a really nice pattern, and I will sew out of this a sleeveless top. I don't have a pattern yet, but that's it, because it's just 70 centimeters, so I definitely have to do something without sleeves and something without great details on it. Okay, now I am always inspired by different magazines. I usually don't often buy individual patterns. I'm more like the patterns out of the magazines. We have a few of these here in Germany. So I got this one is one of the new ones. It's the Fashion Style. It just came out last week. It is based on some vintage inspirations and vintage patterns. So there's some really nice skirts, like here, like this, so really 50s inspired skirts with petticoats, and the dresses. I showed you the dress and the blouse, and I also have another blouse here, which I will try to sew for myself out of a fabric I hopefully will find in my stash, so I don't have to buy no more. But this is the blouse. It has raglan sleeves, buttons, and it's in fact really simple. This one is with a printed fabric, but mine will also be printed. But there's in the magazine there's some more. There's some really nice vintage inspired dresses. I love vintage pattern because they just fit me. I'm really small in the waist, so I really need patterns which are more on the curve, or however I think that's the best explanation for it. But you cannot find so many of these patterns. I usually have to change all of them, so adopt them in any way, in the hips, in the waist, on the bust, somewhere I need to change them. And that's why I started looking on flea markets for those magazines from the 50s, and I found some, and that's where I will usually sew from, or just take some inspirations, because they have been the patterns there have been just really nice. There's been some details, and they used much cotton to work there and to sew from, but still the patterns are really classy, and that's what I like about them. And there's another magazine here which you can buy. It's called the Simplicity Meine Neue. This magazine has a pattern magazine, has usually patterns just from the Simplicity magazine. For example, in this one there is one pattern is the infinity wrap dress, which you can see everywhere around the internet. This wrap dress is in here, and it's just one of the patterns, and this magazine is full of them, and it's the Simplicity 1154, and I will definitely also sew this summer. So then I have another source of inspiration. In fact, that's mostly the basic pattern I use, or pattern magazine I use. It's the Burda style. This one is the newest issue, and in this issue there's a dress I really like. It's a classy yellow dress with piping, and on the detail, so you can see here, not really, but there's piping, and it has a lot of interesting details. There's some all the patterns from Burda are usually as a download. I believe the last 4 or 5 years you can download them individually, print them out, stick them together. The only difference between these pattern and the individual pattern in you can buy on the like the Simplicity or so, like Botteric or McCall's, the Burda pattern do not have the seam allowance included, so you always have to put seam allowance on. For me, it's nothing new, because I grew up with these patterns, so that's what I like. Yeah, so I believe that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can understand how I start building up my wardrobe. I have thrown away out so many clothes in the last few months that I really need to get some new ones, and I try to get them all sewn or knitted or handmade. This means you will also see sometimes a hand knitted sweater or a top for which I have spun yarn, anything. So I believe this is it. Thank you for watching. Um, I wish you a good month, and I'll hopefully see you again with the next episode and with my new made clothes and new plans in June, I believe. So, bye!